afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Devils United. I'm back again for another watch-along as Manchester United have played their second Old Trafford game of the season, and it is against West Ham. So looking forward to the game. Before we get into the actual lineup, I am going to quickly jump into the chat. Good afternoon, Reese. Thank you very much. I hope you're well. I put on the link there for Ugante's transfer news. So if you are wanting to check it out, become a member. Gold members or higher are the ones who are able to see the videos. So you can check that out. Thank you very much for that, John. Thanks for coming in as well. So we'll quickly jump into the lineup. There isn't really much regarding the lineup to really see, but it's the same old. We know what Mark Skinner is like. So here's the lineup for today. Mary Earps is in goal. We've got a back four of Hannah Blundell on the left-hand side. We've got Millie Turner in the left centre back with May Letitia on the right centre back. We have got Honor as the right back, and then in the pivot we've got Katie Zellum and we've got Hayley Ladd. We've got Leah Goulter, we've got Ella too, we've got Nikita Paris playing in the midfield, the wing / attacking midfield, and we have got Russo up top. I think at this point, if you want me to be honest, I'm not. How can I say? I'm not surprised what Mark Skinner does. Is always at this point, he is always putting the same lineup week in, week out in the WSL. The only thing what's different is if one, there's injuries, two, if he might swap Nikita Paris with Lucia Garcia. Apart from that, there's literally no other changes in the game. We haven't changed the back four, which I'm not overly bothered about, but the midfield does need to change up now and again. We can't keep continuing to play Zellum and Ladd for the entire season. And when I mean we need to change the midfield, I don't mean Hayley Ladd, I mean Katie Zellum. That's the one who needs to be changed. But we all know she's not going to get dropped. And I've even said it myself as well that Ella Toon needs to be dropped. She hasn't had a good season whatsoever. Bo Rizzo, every time she's been playing, she's scoring or she's assisting, but she's not good enough to make any starts in the WSL. So that's just absolutely mind-baffling. How you'd still keep players who are in form on the bench, but he's playing out of form players week in, week out, players who are not benefiting the team week in, week out, and he'd rather keep someone on the bench for 90 minutes. Does not make sense. But going on to West Ham's lineup, we've got Arnold in the goal, Shimizu, Fisk, Sissoko and Smith in the back four. We've got Heisha, Parker, Snell and Asa in the midfield. We've got Bayanja Dortotia in the attacking false nine. And we've got Fesser up there in the striker role. There is a former Manchester United player playing in the West Ham side, which is Kirsty Smith. A lot of people would know Kirsty Smith. She's classed as one of the originals in the Manchester United's women team. I think it's just a bit of a shame that she's had quite a lot of injuries at Manchester United, and I think that's really cost her place of being at the club, just because I think compared to Honor and Blundell, she's different in terms of that she is more of a defensive type. She's more of a defensive type striker fullback than she is as an attacking fullback, and I think from time to time we do really need that. We know Sissoko is a very dirty player. She likes to attack. She likes to physically attack people, and we did see this season in the WSL is that Sissoko actually did punch a player when it was versus Aston Villa, and she did get a red card for it. So we know that Sissoko could cause problems. We actually did sign Leon from West Ham. If I was Leon, I'd be thinking, what am I doing? Why have I come to Manchester United? I played 68 minutes of WSL football. When I was at West Ham, I was playing week in, week out. And that's fair play to her, because when she's going to international duties in Canada, she's still scoring. So I don't understand that either. But we'll quickly go to the comments, and then we'll go back to the substitutes. It was a brilliant members video. Thank you, Reese. Big up to you, Ravi. Thanks for coming in. Hope you are well. Skinner, too predictable. Skinner has made players feel free, comfortable. Skinner's, yeah, I completely agree with that. He's made some players far too comfortable, and the stat has shown that we've made the fewest changes in the WSL this season. And I do look at that, and I think that's absolutely unbelievable. Why we're not making any of these changes, and you can see why a lot of players are getting burnt out when you've got Ella Toon, who's playing 90 minutes every single week. You've got Katie Zellen playing every single week. Not that she gets tired, because I just think that she is pure crap. But you look at Hayley Ladd. Even Hayley Ladd doesn't look like the same Hayley Ladd as when we have seen Hayley Ladd at the start of the season. Even she's looking worn out, because she's playing all the time. Do you see any creativeness today? The creativeness would be Ella Toon, Leah Golden, Nikita Paris. And then the thing is with Matt Skinner, he does overly relying on the fullback role. So it would be Blundell, Honor, Paris, Golden, and Toon would be where we're looking at our creative aspects from. So we'll look now into the substitute options for both teams. Man United has got on the bench Adriana Leon, Lucia Garcia, Martha Thomas, Rachel Williams, Bilbo Risa, Heather Mannion, Estelle Casarino, Sophie Bagler, and someone who could potentially be making a debut, Jamie Vieira. We did sign her in the January transfer window. A typical Matt Skinner, signing players who are injured in winter, has come and joined Manchester United. Manchester United fan as well. She's actually signed her first ever professional contract, and that is with Manchester United. I think she does definitely have a big future ahead, but I think she looks like a good player for what I've seen. But you can't really go off based off videos. And another thing on top of that is you can't really you can't sign players who are are full of who's got an injury. You want to play it to start right now. And I do feel a bit sorry for Lisa when it came to the last week's game. She made a starting debut, and then she got injured after 26 minutes. But who knows? Was that because she was rushed in from her kind of pre-season, because it was pre-season in Norway, or it was just an unfortunate injury? But in terms of West Ham, they've got Atkinson, Lisa Evans, Denton, Longhurst, Phyllis, Cook, and Hillard. They're in the substitute options for West Ham. I'm a bit surprised that Lisa Evans didn't start today, just because she has been more of their better players this season, more of their creative type of players. But apart from that, I don't think West Ham really have a good bench. We have a much stronger bench than West Ham, but I did say the exact same thing when it came to Chelsea, that we had a much better bench than Chelsea. And look what happened, we got a loss. So I'm not going to speak too early about it, but I do believe that we do have a decent bench on us. So, question from Rather. Do you see United can pip Chelsea for winning the league? I think for me, I said when I was on Lasers in Red, which I was kindly what I kindly go on by Sophie's. the thing is with the WSL, it's such a tight league, and the only way is if Manchester United was to win the WSL is that they need to beat all of the they need to beat sort of the best teams in there. Beat Arsenal, but you need to think Arsenal was a very injured team at that point. They didn't have Beth Mead, they didn't have Vivian Miedema, who is two of their best players. We got a draw against Manchester City, which you knew at the time. I was very angry about that, just because we didn't deserve to lose that game. I do blame Matt Skinner on top of that, because he should have been making substitutes a lot sooner. Put Lucia Garcia on the 90th minute as a striker. I don't know what the hell he was playing at that point. But I think we should have been a lot better on that day. And Chelsea, we lost 3-1 against Chelsea, which was deserved. We didn't deserve to win. And the same again with the 1-0 loss against Chelsea, a very injured Chelsea team, and we still couldn't manage to get 3 points. So I don't think we are going to win the league. We've dropped too many points now this season, as well as losing points to Everton, which should have been 3 points. We shouldn't have gone in thinking play for a draw. So I don't think we will win the league. I think it's going to be Chelsea's yet again, unfortunately. I think that we will get to the FA Cup final. If we win, I don't know. But I do think that we will finish second or third. But we was in a good position last year also, and we did lose out on the Champions League. But the Champions League is quite vital this season, because it's just going to be make or break. And I do think if we don't get the Champions League, Skinner needs to go. We can't continue. He's been heavily backed by Manchester United, getting some. We've got Nikita Paris, who's won everything. We've got Lucia Garcia. You're getting Maya Letitia. You're getting Leon, who you don't play. Rachel Williams, who you don't play, and they're Mark Skinner's type signings. So and as well as that, he's got 3 signings in January. So if you can't do anything with this team, you should not be a manager at this club. It's just as simple as that. Lisa, is she still a good player? I think she's been vital in the West Ham team, but I'd probably say it's probably more because Leon left and she'll come to Manchester United. But I still do think she is a good player for West Ham. But is she good enough to go into a big side? No, she's not good enough to be playing for Man United. She's not good enough to be playing for West Ham. I mean, Manchester United, Arsenal, Chelsea, City. But I think that she's good enough for West Ham. Leon, that's crazy. She's not being played more. Exactly. 60 odd minutes in the WSL is absolutely scandalous. And she's on and we got her on a free, so he's probably looking at, we got her on a free, it's fine, but that does not matter whatsoever. Maze, do you see any changes to the summer? I think it all depends really, because we've got 12 players out of contract, so there is definitely going to be players leaving. We are going to be strengthening the team if we get Champions League or not, so we'll just have to see. Did they close a section? Hey there, hope you're well. Thanks for coming in. As far as I'm aware, there's no section that's been closed. I was gonna go to the game. I did have the tickets, but I couldn't go anymore. But from what I've seen, that all the stands were open, so I'm not too sure. It's just probably the fact that it didn't get filled. It is a late kickoff. I'm not bothered about the late kickoff, but didn't do enough to publicise the game either, in my opinion. So the game's going to be kicking off in just a moment's time. Once it kicks off, I'll pop the timer on as well. Kick off now for Man United. Galton, that's gone out for play straight away. Gone to Man United. Turner. Letitia. Turner. Honor. That's a lad, sorry. Letitia. Turner. Hope Leon will get some minutes. Oh, honestly, I'm not hopeful that Leon's going to get minutes. All she is someone who's going to keep the bench warm in Skinner's mind. How many substitutes for me will depend on what the scoreline is going to be, because we know what Matt Skinner's like for substitutes. Sky doesn't promote the women's football enough. It's only because they're premising on where the WSL is on more this weekend. I completely agree. They do show a WSL game once a week, and it's always the late kickoff on a Sunday. But I do agree with you, Ravi, that they should be doing more to promote. I did suggest that that potentially that we should get there should be a channel just for the WSL, but I don't think everybody was all for that. Offside there on the key to Paris. Really poor shot there from West Ham. It's gone straight to Mary Earps. Earps. Letitia. Turner. I seem to think that they show more of Arsenal and Chelsea than they do Man City, to be honest. We're mostly more on the BBC than anything else. Yeah, our WSL channel would be cool. I agree. Good afternoon, Andrew. I hope you're well. Thanks for coming into the chat. On FA Player. It's on Sky today, actually, which isn't so bad. Turner. Blundell. Turner. Letitia. Honor. Letitia. Thing is, rather, unless Liverpool become a top side in the WSL, you won't get a sniff in the Sky. I'm just going to openly come out and say you're not going to get a sniff of any televised football on BBC or Sky. So it's only going to be if you either play at Anfield or if you're going to play a top side. Otherwise, you're not going to be on there. Galton. Toon. Good play there, Galton. Looks like that's going to be a corner there for Man. That should be a corner. It should have been a corner that for Man United. It was a good bit of play that from Toon and Galton. Nice little chip over. Yeah, at Old Trafford today, which is probably why it's doing a late kickoff on Sky. Yeah, late kickoff. Zellum corner. No. Turner. Zellum put it back in. Oh, not done enough there, Arnold. Still kept into play by Man United. Crossed in again. Cleared out by West Ham. Letitia. Crossed in. Gone straight into Arnold's arms. These officials, man. This is what I mean, Rafi. I've been ranting about the officials all season, but some people think they're good from the Euros. Second time this season. Yeah, second time. The other one was against Villa during the internationals. So I'd like to see a bigger game at Old Trafford. Like, it'd be good to see. We should have had Liverpool at Old Trafford, but people are saying because of the Manchester derby for the men, it wasn't the case. I think we should play the FA Cup game, semi-finals at Old Trafford, but it's all dependent on when Man United play, the men's team play as well, to be fair. So we just have to see. Galton, Blundell, Turner, Blundell, Galton. You can see acres of space there on that right-hand side, and it's just not being used. Man United has drawn Brighton up at home in the semi-finals, so both men and women's is playing against Brighton. And then the final will get played in Wembley. And that's either going to be against Chelsea or Aston Villa. Turner. Galton. Come on. Blundell. Russo. Galton. Cross into the box. No one there to support. West Ham. Oh, Paris has picked it up. Haley had kept hold of the ball. Maisy, you could tell some people don't watch if the officials are good. Facts. Is the Psycho in West Ham lined up today? Yep, she is in the centre-back position, as always, Andrew. Oh, dread. As long as she don't punch any of our players. Tissier, come on. Blundell, get it there to Galton. Side with backward passing so far is not looking good. Toon. Blundell. Must be honest, Ravi, I don't really watch too much of West Ham, but mid-table team, not the best, really. But if you want me to be honest, right, I don't know if people's going to come across this as biased or unbiased, but Mary Earps is only the top goalkeeper in the league. There's no other good goalkeepers. Oh, close by Russo. But yeah, as I said, there's no. I don't think there's any really decent goalkeepers. Like you see, like for instance, Leona's got a top goalkeeper, but like I don't rate Zinsberger from Arsenal. I think she's very sloppy. Berger's probably the second best goalkeeper, if you want me to be honest. Roebuck, I think she's shocking. Hannah Hampton, she has a moments, but she's not overly brilliant either. Turner. Oh, bloody me, that was slow by Turner. Is that striker was any faster? West Ham keep possession. Hey, lads, picked up. Got to Blundell. Mary Earps. Letitia. Oh, it's still there. Turner. Blundell. Letitia. Come on, that's it. Run, Paris! Oh, Sissoko's got that. Sissoko shouldn't even be a footballer. She should be a rugby player or something. She's just such a dirty player. That's going to be a foul there for West Ham. Nikita Paris foul on Kirsty Smith. Rachel Laws, she gets nervous at times. I could see it in the game yesterday in goal. You can't really show nervousness when you're a goalkeeper. You need to be always on point, and I think that lets down Laws, to be honest. But she doesn't have a brilliant defence in front of her either. Honor is so good. I completely agree. She needs to stay at Man United. I think as well, though, she's actually open at staying at Manchester United from what I've heard. But she's actually one of the lowest paid players at Man United. And she wants more pay, and that's understandable. She's playing week in, week out. She's got the highest assists in the league. She's doing fantastic, and I think for me, if I was her, I'd be a bit insulted being one of the lowest paid. But we do need to keep her. Sissoko, yeah, Frog Life. Just watching Honor and Maya is a different gravy. Absolutely, I completely agree. It's just a shame of you've got thingy next to her, Millie Turner. Who she was good for the first couple of games, but she's just making the odd mistake now. Russo's picked that ball up. Blundell, Zellum, Toon. She is our best player alongside Mary. I'd say the best players for me this season have to be Honor. I'd have to go with Letitia as well. And then I'd say third choice maybe have to be Leah Galton. Just because I think Leah Galton's been fantastic this season for me. Just seeing the Spurs Arsenal women score effing hell. Yeah, I watched the game, so I'll quickly touch on it at half time. Me and Ravi was laughing, let's just say. Maya Mannion or Maya Tukara is who I play centre back. I would have played Tukara, but the problem is that Tukara has not even played. I think she hasn't played since Durham, like at the start of the season. So, if I was going based off fitness, I'd have to go for Maya and Mannion. I do love Mannion. She's a very physical player. Lad hasn't been too bad. Yeah, Halo Lad, she's quality. I think she's looking at extending the contract from what I've been reading. Paris, that's it. Russo. Oh, gone to Arnold there. Wouldn't have gone in. Bo Reese in that cup game versus Lose is better for Toon all season. Oh, you need to tell Skinner that. He will never play with Bo Reese. He don't think she's good enough. You've got players like when they come on, when they're playing, they score. When they're starting, don't even get a look in. It's just unreal. It is an absolutely unreal. Offside there for West Ham. If Man United have Sanker, they probably win the league. I'm actually gonna say this. We are never gonna win the league. Manchester United is never gonna win the league with Katie Zellum in the midfield. We're just never gonna do it. With Katie Zellum in the midfield, we will never win the league. Even if we had Sam Kerr, just because she literally gives away the ball far too much. She's just not good enough. I'm playing her as a DM now. I've got no words. He picks talent ahead of phenomenal talent. If that makes sense. Boris are by far our best 10. Yeah, she is. She's absolutely quality. I've always liked Borisa. Okay. Blundell.
I'll take it out of time if you want.
Millie Turner's picked up. Hayley Ladd. Nikita Paris. Russo, come on. Nah, Sissoko. No, Sissoko ain't got that. Russo keeps the ball. Sissoko's attacking. Trying to attack. Sissoko wins. West Ham's defended that well. Zellum, Blundell, Turner, Golan, Toon. Too little on that to go to Blundell. Zellum only in the team because of her dead ball qualities. The thing is, she's not even good at set pieces and corners. Just because she scored from a corner 3 times last season, they think she's the next best thing since sliced bread. Like Leah Galton's been taking corners now. Oh, if only Galton had a bit more control there. But Bovis has scored from a free kick this season. She's nowhere to be seen. Honor can take corners. Galton can take corners. Blundell can take corners. So it's not as though that she's the only set piece taker and corner kick taker. There's plenty. Mays, who do you think has been the best sign at Man United this season? I have to say Maya by a country mile, if you want me to be honest. She has really fixed up the defence. West Ham attack. West Ham crossing the ball. Got lucky there. Absolutely lucky. Looks like Mary Earps is got something wrong with her foot.
And the last day of the school year is the 25th of July, Tuesday. That don't make sense, though, does it? Like, you might as well just finish on the Friday.
When is it?
Tuesday, 25th of July.
I'm taking sliced bread over Zellum. Maya than Paris. I'd have to say it in that order, yeah. I know a lot of people don't like Paris, but I actually think she's been pretty decent this season. Yeah, that would be the order I'd go with, because Lucia Garcia's had a few minutes, but she hasn't had, I think, for me, she can only play when there's massive amount of space for her to exploit. I just don't think people see Nikita Paris's qualities. But none of the apart from Lisa and Lisa for 26 minutes and Estelle for about 20 minutes against Sunderland, we haven't seen much from the winter signings either. So it's hard to say on how good they are too. And you're getting for instance, like Lisa, who got injured. Like, we signed her in the middle of pre-season, so she wasn't fully fit, and we've signed her for 180k, which is quite a lot in terms of women's football. So, Cheeseboy 100, thank you very much. Hope you're well. Thanks for coming in. Will Paris make it into a European team? She's already been in a European team, rather. She's won the league. She's won the Champions League with Lyon. She's been in a European team with Arsenal as well, Manchester City. So she's been in European teams, and I think she still probably would get into European teams, to be honest.
What do the kids answer?
I hope Mary Earps isn't injured, because dearie me, I'm not having Sophie Bagley in the goalkeeper. I'll be literally crying. You will know how long did Mary, your keeper, play in Europe? Don't think she's played in Europe that long. If you want me to be honest, I'll double check. How long she played in for. But this is bad news. It looks like Mary Earps could be potentially injured. She was there. She only in Champions League for one season, but she only made 4 appearances for Wolfsburg. Oh, hopefully Mary Earps isn't injured, because I literally I can't tolerate Sophie Bagley in goal. Looks like she could be back. She could be okay though. Hopefully, anyway.
Yeah, right, Mabel. Yeah, I'm alright, mine. Mine, man. Are the flowers still alright?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think she still will get into a European team based off all the quality she's got. Yeah, it looks like she's okay. That's fine then. Yeah, she's the backup goalkeeper. If you want me to be honest, you can see the level of drop off with Sophie Bagley and Mary Earps. You can really see the drop off, and the thing is, she's very small. She's 5'4", and I think that's very hard for set pieces and corners, and many times she's been exploited. What do you think of England's chances winning the World Cup? They badly need Mead or Kirby to be fit. To be honest, I think from what I've read that Mead could be back for the World Cup. Hopefully Kirby is as well. I think for me, there's only 4 teams who could potentially be 5 teams actually who could potentially beat England. America because they're the current World Cup champions. Canada because they are the Olympic gold medalist champions. I think Germany, they have got a good team. And if they had Pop, it could be a struggle for England. Another one as well who I had in mind was it was Japan. Japan's has been the World Cup champions as well, and Japan's got a good side, but we've actually played every single one of them teams, and they are, and we have beat them. So, we've lost the game. The only team we lost against was Canada. We've beaten America. We've beaten Germany. We've beaten Japan. So, Mary, she rates Allison at Liverpool. She knows keepers. Spain/France. Spain, they've got some ongoing issues with the management. 16 players from Spain has actually resigned. So they are actually playing their under-21s into the first team because they've been treated very badly by the manager, and they're not going to come back until the manager leaves. And the head of the Spain Federation is actually the manager's father, so he's not going to sack him. Spain has recently sacked their manager due to ongoing managerial issues in France. So that could be a potential issue as well. Golden, Zellum, Turner, Lad. Now it's not going to go to Paris. Try and press the goalkeeper. That was close. Sissoko's got the ball. Sissoko's even built like a rugby player, honestly. Throw in for West Ham. I'd say the expectations is Champions League football and win a trophy. I never expected us to win the league anyway, so I'm not. So yeah, that's what I'd say for winning top 3 and a trophy is expectations. Is she a bloke? Last 5 results for West Ham, they've had 4 losses and a draw. The one that was a draw was Arsenal at home. They've lost all the other games of Reading, Villa, Everton, and Man City. So they haven't got a good record coming into this game.
Only Brighton's worse.
The day we bin Zellum, open the champagne. Zellum's not going to get binned. There's not, you know what? It's getting to the point. There's literally no point in saying something about Zellum because we know she's not going to get dropped while Skinner's in charge. She's going to remain the captain. So, unfortunately, it is what it is. Letitia. Mary Earps. Turner. Blundell. If you had to keep one of Honor and Russo, who would you keep? Good question. If you want me to be honest, I would probably say that I would keep Honor, just because I think I would personally say she's the best fullback in the league by a mile. And the most of our creativity has come from Honor this season. She's great in defensive. She's great at attacking. There's not much that Honor can't do. The thing is with Russo, I think she's a fantastic player. But the thing is, you want your striker to get minimum 15 goals a season. And Russo hasn't had 15 goals in any season she's been at with Man United. You look at some like strikers, you've already mentioned Kerr. You look at, for instance, you look at Bethany England as well. She's a 15 goal a season striker. You need a striker who is not that. I think you need a striker for me is who is a deadly finisher, and I just think for me there's been chances this season what Russo could have really taken. Zelen, future manager. Russo relies a lot on service. I don't think we could successfully replace her if on her left. She's not prolific. Yeah, I agree with that. I think for me, Jane Riviera's, she looks good, but it's just depending. But she's more of a backup for me right now. Which keepers do you rate in Europe for women's footy? The one who I rate the most, I'd have to go with Lyon's goalkeeper. I think she's fantastic. Crikey. Match stats for the last 10 minutes. West Ham has had a shot on target and one total shot. Nothing for Man United at all. That's absolutely poor coming into Old Trafford. That you can't even score since the 16th minute. You can't even take a shot on target, or not even a shot in the last 16 minutes. Yeah, I rate Bayern Munich's goalkeeper as well. She's good. But I actually take it back when I said Marius is the only a decent goalkeeper, because Leicester's got a decent goalkeeper as well. So I take that back. There's two decent goalkeepers. This is the problem, Ravi. We played the same midfield in the WSL this season. So the thing is, West Ham isn't even a good side. They haven't been good at all this season, and the fact that we haven't even scored, like we haven't even had a shot on target in 10 minutes. Like we haven't even attempted to shoot. This is the thing, Andrew, and this is why I said Toon should be dropped. She hasn't been good at all this season. Bovisa has played 80 minutes in the WSL this season, and she has literally been a much better player than Toon. Like all the games she's played in the FA Cup and the Conti Cup, she's made a much bigger impact in that midfield than Toon has in the entire season. And if we draw this game, right, stuff like this is the reason why we're not going to get into Champions League football. And it is the reason why Matt Skinner is not capable of being a manager. If we draw this game, because the draws were what cost us last season, because we drew against Villa, we drew against West Ham, we drew against Tottenham, we drew against Everton. I think we had about 6 draws in the entire season, and drawing against West Ham at Old Trafford is not good enough. I'm not going to take a draw. Russo. Honor. Toon. Honor. Come on, Honor, cross it in. No, cross it in. Cross it. Oh, Paris. Cross it in. No. Zellum. Hayley Ladd. Foul! How was that not a pen? We kept play. Hayley Ladd. Crossed in. Galton had an head off, went straight to Arnold. Who's your more tough physical players? Rachel Williams is physical. Mannion, Tukara, Hayley Ladd. So out of the team, we've only got one physical player, I'll just say. You need to try something new because you look predictable with your lineup. We was predictable when it comes to the second half of last season as well. The favouritism from Skinner honestly reeks. It's disgusting. Yep. Hayley Ladd. Kate Zellum. Letitia. Blundell. Zellum with a sideward pass as per usual. Got that there to Paris. Hey Luca, I'm not bad, thanks. Hope you are well too. Maze, this is depressing from Skinner. It is depressing, I must be honest. Toon. You can see what Toon was doing, but it just wasn't. It didn't work. Blundell, Turner, Tissier, Turner, Russo crossing, Paris, another foul again. What is it with his ref? Another foul yet again, and it was Sissoko. Nah, probably to be. Oh. Ain't your number two not telling Skinner to fix up? It's probably the number two who makes all the decisions. Skinner don't even know how to run a bath. The ref is so bloody blind. Welcome to WSL football, Reese. Ugh. You literally had 2 fouls in the box. And it's always her as well, Sissoko. Always Sissoko. Who's making these fouls. She should have been well and truly on a yellow card by now. Well and truly been on a yellow. Oh, Toon! Again, giving the ball away. How many chances is this bozo ref gonna let it slide? This bozo ref is gonna probably give it all. Like, it's just gonna probably doesn't know anything. Probably doesn't know its lefts and rights. May's bossing it again as always. Thank you. I think the thing is with the refs, I think they're equivalent of like League 2 refs or something. But I've seen better refereeing from a League 2 ref. So there is actually Mike Oliver's wife is actually a ref, but she's not refereeing this game. She refs the WSL games as well. The decent refs are the ones who actually go to do men's football. Like you see Stephanie Frappert, Rebecca Welch. She's now doing actual League 1 teams. Russo, our number 9, dropping deeper than Harry Kane, stay up front. The problem is that we need to defend. And second of all is that she's faster than Harry Kane, so I'm not too fussed as long as she gets there. Gonna be a long day on this game. Gonna be a long game. Russo's down, so we'll just wait to see. She's probably just she's probably just wasting time. She should have had a few goals by now. She's faster. I just wanted to stay forward as I don't see us scoring. Nah, neither do I, if you want me to be honest right now. But, you know, this is the thing, right? If we come in at half time, 0-0, we're not going to make subs. I'll actually promise you that we will not be making subs until the 75th minute. And then we'll make a substitute of Martha Thomas. And then we'll bring on Rachel Williams on the 89th minute. That'll be our substitutes. I can already see it coming. Hey there, I hope you're well. Thanks for coming in. If we bowl Champions League football, Mark must go. I completely agree with you 100%. If you want me to be honest, though, I will get rid of Mark Skinner anyway. Don't think he's a good enough manager. If we do get into Champions League football, his kind of play of lack of rotations, lack of substitutes, putting the substitutes on at the wrong time, and the fact that the midfield is very sour, we're gonna be literally getting battered by Champions League teams. So this is what the problem is we need the Champions League football, but are we going to do well in the Champions League? I don't know, with Skinner, if you want me to be honest. So I do agree, though, he does need to go if we don't get Champions League football. I don't care if we win the FA Cup, he needs to go. Russo. Ball's been given away again. West Ham keep hold of possession going forward. Poor, look at all this space what West Ham's getting as well. Where's the pressing? It's going to be a goal kick for Man United. No words. No words at all. Blundell. Russo. I'd actually take Russo off if you want me to be honest. I'd actually put Rachel Williams on. Russo's not been nowhere near good enough. Tissier. Turner. Tissier. Long cross there. Golden. Oh. How many chances? This ref is an absolute idiot. How many chances are you seriously going to give? Maybe I would have been a soft pen. But at the end of the day, right, I have seen pens done for so much less. The ref is an absolute idiot. Golden. Toon. Blundell. Zellum. Toon. Honor. Toon. Blundell's managed to keep that in. Letitia, Hayley Ladd. Zellum. Toon. Russo. Paris keeps hold of the ball. Cross it in. No, two people. Oh, it's gone out for play for West Ham throwing. 0-0. Thank you for coming in. Not seen you in the chat before. Yep, 0-0 it is. That's back-to-back games I've watched today where the ref has shown they know nothing. Mays, if you could take 3 players from any league at United this summer for the women's, who would it be? It's a tough one, really. I'd probably take that German defensive midfielder, is he called Sabitz or something? That'd be one I'd take. I actually probably would have took Jenny Amoso as a striker, but I think the contract will be up. She's playing currently in Mexico. Oh yeah, Oberdorf, that's what she's called. Yeah, I'd actually probably go with Rachel Daly for the next one. Rachel Daly can literally slot anywhere. Like, it's just ridiculous. How can a player just play so many positions? It's just unreal. And how Aston Villa just literally got her on a free like that. I'm not rating any more German players, by the way. I've rated too much and I don't like it. Goal kick from Arnold. West Ham keep hold of possession. Blundell picked up well. Hayley Ladd, Galton, Toon. Paris slipped. Daly's wasted at Villa, you're right. The thing is, though, Rachel Daly is absolutely doing bits in Aston Villa. Like, top goal scorer in the WSL. I think she's averaging out 2 goals a game in all competitions. She's got Aston Villa back-to-back semi-finals. That's something I never would have seen. She could potentially get them into the final. They're in, I think they're in 5th at the moment. That's good place for Aston Villa considering they were 9th when they finished last season. So I don't think she's wasted. I think she's wasted to the point she's not going to win trophies, but she's definitely improved that side. But the thing is, Aston Villa's signed a few good players like Jordan Nobbs, Lucy Staniford, Kirsty Hansen on loan as well. So, yeah, but what time is in the match? We're currently on the 43rd minute at the moment, Venus. Rangers versus Celtic, SWPL Monday night 2 should be quality, absolutely. This Lioness thing isn't working for United. This is the thing, though, is like I do like the larger crowds and stuff, but they've not come to watch United. Like they've literally come to see the Lionesses. It's Lionesses FC for all teams, including Arsenal, including Chelsea as well. Yeah, unfortunately. Hey there, Vincent. I hope you're well. Thanks for coming in. Hey there. I've not seen the chat before. So thank you for coming in. Hope you are well. Did you see Liverpool versus Everton? Yeah, I agree. I think Liverpool did get robbed. The disallowed goal for me should have been disallowed. It should have stood as a goal for Liverpool. So yeah, I agree. I think you actually were robbed. I don't like to say it coming from a Man United fan, but yeah, you did get robbed. Mays not sold on the Old Firm derby. I don't really watch much of the. I've never watched SWPL. If you want me to be honest, Old Firm derby will rule. The thing is, right, this is like, if you're watching men's football, or like Scottish football, there's too many Old Firm derbies. There's literally like 4 or 5 Old Firm derbies like every year, and it's got to the point where it's like, oh, it's Celtic versus Rangers again. It's like happening every like 8 weeks. Happens all the time. It's literally non-stop, or like Old Firm derbies. And I think for me is that when you've got too many derbies in one season, it just doesn't feel as good. The derbies, if you want me to be honest. Someone said Zellerman Lad is the new Big Fred. That's shocking. It's not even like, the thing is, right, a lad would actually do well without Zellum. Zellum won't do good whoever she's partnered with. Ugh. Yeah, but the thing is, though, Reese, it's just, it gets to the point where it's like, oh, it's Rangers and Celtic all over again. Like you wouldn't always see a Liverpool. You wouldn't see Liverpool Man United playing 8 times a year, would you really? Like, I know 8's probably an exaggeration, but you don't see Liverpool Man United playing any more than 4 times in the season. You don't see, for instance, the same with City. You don't see it more than 4 times in a season. So yeah, that's why it's a bit boring to the point. They play too often. Like, there was only the Old Firm derby a few weeks ago, and then there's another Old Firm derby coming up. There's 5 minutes injury time in the first half. We're already on the 46th minute. Turner. Toon. Offside. On Toon. So there's going to be a free kick for West Ham. Lad is better than Mick Poo. I agree. She's clear. It says a lot by the Scottish women's game, though, when Rangers and Celtic are top sides, but not the best women's team. So damn rare. They're the best teams in the Scottish women's side. You've got your own. They've got Rangers have got their own Sam Kerr. She's just not as good as Sam Kerr. It's going to be a throw-in for West Ham. Maze, what's your thoughts when Skinner first got the job to now? Didn't think much of Skinner when he first come. What do I think of him now? I don't care for him, to be honest. I don't think he's any good. Turner. Honor. Lad. Gotta learn. Lundell. Turner.
There'll be plenty more twists and turns, you'd imagine. It's all setting up to be fast and furious and frenetic and difficult to pick a winner.
It will be, and there's 4 teams going for 3 Champions League places, but that 3rd Champions League place is very difficult because you've got to go through the playoffs. And we've seen that
West Ham keep possession.
So for me, you want to get in those top 2 positions.
Golden. Toon. Give the ball away. Again. Literally, the amount of times I've seen Toon give the ball away, I'd be probably a millionaire at this game. Like, if I got 100 quid every time Toon give the ball away, I'd be a millionaire, honestly. Just in this game alone. Zellums went and gave away a throw-in. I'll go to everyone's comments at half-time. We've only got 30 seconds left anyway, so... Russo. Might as well blow the whistle, ref.
Team talk time and a very important team talk time.
It is indeed. Manchester United will be frustrated going into the break. They've had
Half time now for Man United. The score being 0-0. So I'll quickly do what I think of the game so far. Poor first half from Manchester United. West Ham haven't been too good. They haven't threatened, so that's why we're probably at 0-0. I think if we was playing the likes of Chelsea, Arsenal, even probably City, we'd probably be losing by now. We give the ball away far too much. Not really attempted to score. Our best player so far, tough one. I'd probably have to go for Nikita Paris. I think Tuna's been absolutely poor. Zellam's been poor. Golden's been pretty decent. So Blundell and Honor, but Lad, she's had a good few moments. We've been. I think for me that Lad should have had a penalty on that foul from Sissoko. It was absolutely poor. We should have been easily 2-0 up based off Russo's chances. So I think it was shocking. I think we've had an absolute shocking first half. You would not think that we was playing at Old Trafford. I've said it in the game whilst the game was on. If we draw this game, we can't be drawing this game. And the reason why we can't be drawing this game, if we keep drawing, because we've still got, for instance, we've still got Arsenal, we've still got City. We draw this game, we've got Aston Villa as well. So continue to keep drawing. That means that anything could really happen. We could miss out on the top three. I can't be bothered with losing again losing again with the top three. I just want to say a huge thank you for becoming my YouTube channel member. I really, really do appreciate it. Everybody say a big thank you into the chat. Big thank you indeed. I've got some membership videos on there, so if you want to take a quick look, you can do. But yeah, thank you ever so much for becoming a channel member. I really, really do appreciate it. I'm going to be doing some more channel membership videos very soon. So I really appreciate it. So thank you. Did you know much on Skinner prior for getting his job? I knew he was at Birmingham. People said he was good at Birmingham, but you need to think of, he actually had a decent team at Birmingham. He had Ellen White, he had Rachel Williams, he had Hayley Ladd. So let's be real, he should be doing decent in the Birmingham side. He done poor from what I've heard at Orlando Pride. But the thing is with Orlando Pride, it's one of them, it's a closed league, I believe, so he couldn't have got relegated. Why did we even buy Leon? It's getting ridiculous at this point. Completely agree. I don't understand why we signed Leon either. And the thing is I think that's something that we're missing out on. We're missing out on that kind of creativity there from Adriana Leon. We really, really need it because I actually think we're very sour in terms of creativeness right now. I'm just glad at Rangers have a league championship, but Glasgow City are a nightmare on success. Yeah, Glasgow City's not been doing so bad, actually. So I think they're currently top in the league, I believe. I don't know if that's changed since. Ella too, come on, man. That's Slappy. She needs a rest. Yeah, she does need to. She needs to get dropped. How's Katie Zellam doing? Not good at all, Vincent. It's like he signed her for the show. Exactly, that's exactly what I think. Signed him. And the thing is, right, I'm gonna be fairly honest. I didn't really rate Leon before she come to us, but she every single time I have seen Leon, she has really stepped up. So I don't understand why you're not playing her. Why you're not playing Bo Riso. And I even said I'd actually either play Rachel Williams, because Rachel Williams is that physical type of player who I think would work very well when you've got Sissoko there in that back four. That's my personal opinion, but I know people probably might think different. Wasted a couple of chances, yeah. Two just off Russo, as well as other ones. 1-0 for United, 80th minute, come on. I wouldn't sell Toon, but she needs to be dropped sometimes. No, I wouldn't sell Toon. I wouldn't sell her at all, but I do think she does need to be dropped just because at the moment she's not playing good enough whatsoever. And Borisa, she deserves minutes. She's been absolutely brilliant every single game she's actually played. And the fact that it's like you scored against Durham, but that's fantastic free kick. Then you're nowhere to be seen until your FA Cup game against Lewes. It's like, oh, she's only fit enough to play against the Championship teams and lower. You're not good enough to play at the top sides. And I think Borisa is more than capable of playing against them. Hey there, thanks for coming in. Hope you're well. Zellum done nothing but jog around. Absolutely. If we draw this game, Champions League is gone. The midfield is ponderous. That's something you could say. And the thing is right, that midfield is getting exploited because of Zellum. I would personally put Borisa then in the 8, but if not, there's still Cascarino who could potentially play there. But then if I play 2 DMs there, so this is what the issue is, really. I think Borisa is more better up front. Big ups from Rather. Welcome. We need a new manager who isn't afraid to make tough calls, like drop the skipper when she isn't performing. It makes me wonder. I don't know about you, but it feels like you've got the captain's armband, so you should be playing 90 minutes every single game. I don't know if that's what he is thinking, or he thinks basically she is like Alexia Putellas with fake tan. I don't know which one it is. So, but the thing is, I don't know which manager people would take. I would take Carla Ward personally, because I think Carla Ward is absolutely fantastic and she's doing wonders in that Villa side. She's done wonders at Birmingham. I know as well she hasn't had the top team experience, but I'm willing to give that opportunity. I know Charlotte Healy's doing so well in the youth team, but I don't know. I wouldn't promote Charlotte Healy right now. If Qatar buys us and gets Champions League, who would you like to sign? Very good question. If I could sign any player, one I would say, I like Van de Donk. That's a player who I do like, Danielle Van de Donk. I do like, I think it's Denali, I think, who plays in the France team. I think she also plays for PSG. I quite like Jenny Amoso, the former Barcelona player. I'd sign Lucy Bronze, but I know she wouldn't ever come to us. Oberdorf is very good as well. Rachel Daly, I like the bits as well. So there's quite a few players who I'd side, but it's the matter of, I know we get, if we got to Champions League and we dominate as a team, it needs to appeal, like, as well as Champions League, are you going to win the league? Are you going to win trophies? Because I think that's a bit main part. Garcia not getting the respect she deserves. I do think Garcia should be playing more than what she is. But on the same breath, she has been quite iffy from time to time. I agreed with Andrew earlier on. Women's football team, older off the Brits, Daly, Sculler. I'd sign immediately and sell Zellum in response. Hey there, Niall. Hope you're well. Thank you for coming in. Sadly, we should sell Leon. She's never going to get a game, and that's fair on an Olympic champion. The thing is, right, Leon was linked to in January on loan to go to Roma or AC Milan. Can't remember which one it was, and Manchester United blocked it. If you're not going to play a player, let them go alone. And that was the same with Bo Risa. Let them go if you're not going to use them. Leon, when she's played, she's been brilliant. I think for me, the system probably didn't help West Ham because she was playing in that 4-4-2 role. But I don't think it's fair either. You can't see that you're a good player when you're only getting 68 minutes of WSL football. I think the last time I actually seen her start was against Sheffield United, and that was in December. 20 people watching. Brilliant. Thank you, everyone who's watching so far. Hit that like and hit that subscribe button as well. Do also have a membership video, so you can become a member also. Right. Hey there, Philip. Hope you're well. Thanks for coming in. Not seen you in the chat before. Why Adriana Leon don't play? Very good question. I have no clue why she doesn't play. It's my baffling, but all I can think of it's Matt Skinner. He does not like to change whatsoever. I swear I didn't know Toon was in the game. She's just been sloppy. The only time I've seen Toon is when she's been sloppy and giving the ball away. I've not seen her any other time. Does Skinner have a lot to say on transfers? Well, considering we signed players like Rachel Williams, Nikita Paris, and Leon, who I would say is Matt Skinner type signings, I'd probably say he has enough. Turner too. I think the thing is with Turner is the reason why she wouldn't ever be sold is because she's the OG 21. So it's because she's always been there from the beginning. She'll never get sold. I think she's good enough to be a backup, but she's not good enough to start. I'd be starting Mannion or Tukara. Tukara's been nowhere to be seen since Durham. McTominay scored a brace for Scotland today against Cyprus. I'm shocked. Scott McTominay scored more goals than he has in 3 years in the Premier League. Oberdorf will be massive signing after giving Skinner the sack. I know Skinner probably wouldn't know what to do with Oberdorf, if you want me to be honest. Who's Turner from Niall? She's called Millie Turner, centre back for Manchester United. Oberdorf would be the best signing Man United would ever make. That's a bit of a bold statement, if you want me to be honest, Reese. Yeah, people. What's her first name's Turner's? She's called Millie Turner. Go on, Maze, with the big words. Miller, Lindelof, good. Equals Lindelof, good as backup, wouldn't sell. Yeah, that's what I think. I think for me, I wouldn't sell her because I'd have her as a backup, but she's not good enough to start. I agree. It'd be just exactly like Lindelof. You not at the game today, Mazer? Nope. That's why I'm doing a watch along. But no, not going. Will Carla Ward leave Villa? I think if a big team went for her, yeah, I do think she would. Let's be real. Say for example, Emma Hayes was to leave Chelsea, and then they went to Carla Ward. Are you gonna come in? Can we sign you? She's gonna go to a WSL team who's back-to-back Champions League, has been back-to-back winning the leagues. Of course she would. So I think she would leave Villa if the right team went for her. We bring in Tukara just for her not to play. Exactly. I've not seen her at all since Durham. Yeah, shocking. I love Chloe Kelly. To me, she has pace. Yeah, I don't mind Chloe Kelly. I know she had a bad injury, but I think she's quite vital in the City side. I do out of teams, I do prefer Lauren Hemp though. Maze, would you take any of the Portuguese players? Jessica Da Silva is very good. She's very pacey. But the thing is with the Portuguese league, it's a bit like women's Serie A. It's a bit like the Scottish league for the women. It's not got that much funding. The drop off is massive compared to the WSL. So would they be able to adapt straight away? I don't know, but theirs is a very league weird, weird league. Bloody hell, Maisy, speak properly. Mental for Rangers women versus Celtic women for going on to Monday's derby. Rangers last 5 games, 4 wins, 1 defeat. Celtics 4 wins, 1 defeat. Rangers scored 20, conceded 3. Celtics scored 16, conceded 3, lost to Glasgow. That's interesting. Roma. Yeah, I thought it was Roma she was linked to. Are Rangers women playing Motherwell women in the semi-final? Yes, and Motherwell's getting smoked. Milana looking more at Swedish signings. I'm happy with that. Reese and Niles talking to one another. Even my nephew, 7 years old, knows Lindelof is rubbish from Rather. Let's be real. I don't think Lindelof is a starting 11 player, but he's a backup. I'd take him as a backup. And if you want me to be honest, he's been with the minimum games he's played, he's been better than Kanate, Van Dijk, and Matip put together. Mays, as you asked about SWPL, Glasgow are top of the league, 23 games played, 21 wins, 2 draws, 0 defeats, 95 goals scored, 7 conceded. Bloody hell, sounds like Bloody hell's Glasgow City, the Barcelona version of Scotland. Love your madness, Maisy. The Women's World Cup coming up. The Spain team still in terminal. Yeah, they're not doing so well at the moment. Still 16 players have resigned. So, if you want me to be honest, they're not got. I doubt they'll even get out the groups. Honest opinion, Paris signing was more post Euros fever. I'm not too sure. It just feels like it was one of them. I think she wanted to leave Arsenal. She wasn't getting the game time, and I think Man United just probably picked her up just because of the experience she's got. But it's interesting you do say that. It makes you think, to be honest, as well. What subs would you make? The difference between me making a sub and Skinner making a sub is, let's just say, laughable. The substitutes I'd make, Skinner wouldn't make. Scotland versus Spain should be good on Tuesday. Yeah, I'm going for a Spain win. Pedro Porro to score. Ickle Porro. Second half now for Man United. Lundell. Ball given away there. She picked it back up though. Mary Earps. Personally, I'd put Leon on, I'd put Borisa on, and I would put Rachel Williams on, and I'd put Lucia Garcia on. But Matt Skinner's going to put on Martha Thomas and Rachel Williams. He's not even going to bother putting anything else on. Maisy the Ickle G. I'd actually put Estelle Cascarino on as well, actually. Goal kick for West Ham. Hayley Ladd. Oh. Well, no, it won't picked up though. West Ham on the attack. A certain number 10 will be warming the bench. Yeah, a certain number 10 will be warming the bench for me as well, I must say. Rachel Williams, that's deep from Skinner. To be honest, I would actually put Rachel Williams on as a sub. I don't have a problem with Rachel Williams. I do think she's actually all right. I've actually grown to be fond of her, let's just say. But she isn't Man United quality, but she's a good bench option. And she did do that goal against Reading, what actually got us the 3 points. If it weren't for her, we would have drew against them. So, Russo, Paris, cross it in. Don't be greedy. Cross.
Okay.
Why don't you cross it when you had the chance? Oh.
Brilliant 1v1 defending there from Kirsten.
Should have crossed it when she had the chance. She had acres of space when she first got that ball. I would have, and you could see there, Golden. This is the thing. I don't mind Nikita Paris. Don't get me wrong, but she's very, very greedy sometimes, and it really ticks me off. Russo. When's Lisa coming back? No clue, to be honest. I think Maria's out for the rest of the season, but I'm not too sure when Lisa's coming back. I'll have to have a look. Yeah, frustrates me as well. That was a quick corner too. Nearly went to Russo, but yeah, it is very frustrating. It's just I just don't like it when it's just very greedy. I can't stand it. There's no need at all. Especially like if you was like, for instance, 4-0 up, it wouldn't bother me as much. But knowing that you play like you're winning it's pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Golden. Russo, come on. Russo, cross it in. Oh, come on! Yes! Penalty! Penalty given. Finally, Sissoko. Finally, a tackle of give us a penalty. Finally. She needs to be booked her. She honestly needs to be booked. If that was a ref, she would have had a red card by now. That was such an unnecessary tackle. So unnecessary. It's pathetic. Could have took a leg off. You think Russo has done all right? Apart from when it was a penalty, not really. Oh, crap. Zellam's taking the penalty. I can't look. Oh. Oh. 1-0. Zellam scores the penalty. Yeah, Vince would definitely be happy once to see Zellam scored. So we're 1-0 up now. I was a bit nervous, to be honest, after her last penalty against Reading. I was nervous that she wouldn't score, but we're 1-0 up. That's what matters. But we're still nowhere near being good enough. It's a few minutes behind, so yeah, 1-0 up now. Penalty from Katie Zellam. Hopefully that just gives a tiny bit more momentum that we'll score more. There you go. For the third WSL goal this season, when she's a set piece taker and a corner kick taker. It's a bit poor. Just 3 goals. Bo Reese has scored more goals in the FA Cup and Conti Cup. Zellam on penalty, she scored and lives to start another game. Even if she missed it, she would still start the next following game, rather. Russo has scored 8 goals in the WSL this season. 8 goals. I think 1 assist. I wouldn't expect her to assist, so to be honest. Crossing the box by West Ham. Defended by Turner.
Good morning.
Russo. Paris. Pass the ball. That's it. Honor. That's it. I think that's offside.
6:47. 6:47.
Oh, we've actually made a substitute on the 53rd minute. Lucia Garcia's coming on. She's one goal away from getting the best goal scoring record, so only one goal apart. But I'm shocked he's made a substitute on the 53rd minute, and it's a good sub to make Garcia. We need that bit of pace, to be honest. So Zellum. Turner. Russo. Russo went, but it's gone straight to Arnold. Short goal kick for Arnold. That's it. Toon. Lad. Garcia. Good bit of play here by Man United. Garcia. She could have done better there. It's gone out for a goal kick. The thing is, though, Russo has only scored 9 goals in the all season. Like, highest goal score is 9, and I do think for that reason, for this reason, we do need a prolific goal scorer to compete with Russo. If she stays, we need easily a 15 goal a season striker. Russo could potentially get there. She could get 15 goals. We're only 14, 15 games into the season, don't get me wrong, but I would take Smith back, just saying. Yeah, I do feel a bit sorry for Smith, just because she was very good defensively. She wasn't the best at attacking, but she did give her all. She was just so riddled so much with injuries. It is a shame for her, but I think she's at a team that suits her a lot better. Lundell. Toon. Who's winning Golden Boot in the WSL? Rachel Daly. No question. Rachel Daly's going to win that. Turner. Blundell. Turner again. Letitia. Russo. Russo is like she's playing a winger at the moment. Crossed in. Ooh. Unlucky there from Golden. Good question. I think for me, it was a bit unfair. Nagelsmann was to get sacked just because he is 1 point off first place and he's still in the Champions League. From what I've heard, it was more due to issues with the higher up. I don't know if it was about his performance or that's what I've heard, because I can't see there's no other reason why he did get sacked. But if he goes to Spurs, that would be a terrible move. Because he's not going to win any trophies at Spurs. I think he could still get into a top team. He could potentially could he do well at Real Madrid, for instance? Maybe. Because from what we've heard, Ancelotti's leaving at the end of the season. So I do think it's very harsh, but I think now Tuchel's been appointed, he's going to probably win the Champions League. I don't mind Karen Kearney, to be honest. Bit too high and close there. cross from Honor.
For the quality and the talent that Badger's got with her delivery, you'd expect a little bit more from her there. To pick out a Manchester United player.
Marriott's got to that on time. Hayley Ladd.
Some with my blood sugar things.
Dellum. Blundell.
Blood sugar. What?
Also,
Russo. No one's going to get that. It's going to go to Sissoko.
We haven't seen anything out of the case or best of
no, it's amazing now.
Right.
Winless run before this. 4 of those 5 games
No.
defeats.
Huh?
What's happened to my toothpaste? What happened today then?
Balance of how long do you
Too big.
Galton. Toon. Galton.
Galton couldn't quite turn it around the corner.
West Ham's picked up.
By Arnold, but only as far as Zellum.
Leticio. Turner. Yeah, if he goes to Spurs, his career will be ruined. I want this man at Liverpool because he's a really good tactician. I know Ravi wants Ruben from Sporting, but apparently he's staying until 26, which is good news. Who's the woman pundit that looks like Emily Sander, the singer? She has a funny voice. I need to look at Emily Sander.
I think it's Leanne Sanderson, I think.
What? Who?
I think she's called Leanne Sanderson.
Leanne Sanderson.
I think so, yeah.
Oh yeah, because she's on Sky Sports News, isn't she? Yeah, Leanne Sanderson from
she's
Sky
that one.
Sky Sports News, isn't she? Yeah. Come on, mate. It's Spurs. Even Pep would sort them out. Wouldn't sort them out. It's true. It's honestly true.
Yeah, but did you say that she's called Sanderson?
Leanne Sanderson.
It might be related. Sandy might be short for Sanderson.
Kane is the only one keeping them relevant. Take them back. Take him. They are basically like Luton. They probably get being the bottom half. It must be honest, but Son's not even been that good.
Leanne Sanderson, I think she's called.
Leticia. Leticia's give the ball away. Looks like it's a foul from a foul, so it's going to be a free kick for Man United. That's her, Mace. She has a funny voice. She has terrible football takes as well.
Like I said, that's on
Foul on Garcia. It's going to be a goal kick for West Ham. Old Trafford has gone night-night. Yeah, they gone night-night like Tottenham went night-night as well. Lol, ha, you creased me up. Oh, that's too funny. The only person to sort out Spurs in an open casket with Jesus. Thoughts on young midfielder Gabby? I think, to be honest, I think he'd do well, but I think you need someone who's got the experience, the Champions League experience. I'd personally say Manuel Ngate, but I don't want him to go to Liverpool. I know but for me, it's just I think he's a good player, but the only problem is he plays more creative-minded, so you'd have to change formation for Liverpool into that 4-2-3-1. And that's why I think Carvalho hasn't looked the best either.
See that coming on like that Sunday.
Yeah.
Is that what he's on
I
about?
never said she don't.
That was you said.
Someone in the comments.
No, Ravi said he should look like Emily Sunday.
That won't not made you laugh though, was it?
No.
What made you laugh? What did that say?
Oh no. I'd love to have Manuel Ugarte at Liverpool, but I heard Tottenham is close to getting him. There are a few teams who are actually interested in him. I think I'd done about 5 teams and I quickly broke it down. Done it on the membership video. Yeah, about 5 teams are interested in Ugarte. Garcia! Yes! Garcia 2-0. She's scored home and away for West Ham. Get in. Well done, Lucia Garcia. Substitute, making that impact there. It was a good goal from Garcia. Good cross into the box. Garcia. Get in. That was quality, that. Yeah. Yeah. No, it was Elatun who crossed it in as well. This is a thing, though, as well. It was a cracking cross and a cracking goal from Garcia. And the problem is, as well, Garcia, like Tuna's done nothing all game, and, like, she's got that cracking assist. Great control, great bit of movement there from Lucia Garcia, and it's 2-0. What a goal, absolutely. Fourth goal of the season for Lucia Garcia. Garcia Paris. I think it depends on the team we play against, to be honest. Thomas is on. Yeah, I think she probably will be. Was a great sub for once. Is Jane Riviere ready yet? She's on the bench. So we may see her today. So Leah Golden has come off. Martha Thomas has come on. Second substitute by Matt Skinner on the 66th minute. Yeah. Garcia on the run. This kind of game is something that Garcia can thrive on with a pace. That's why I probably would have started her. As expected, Skinner. This is the thing, though. Like, Matt Skinner, the thing is, Martha Thomas is not a striker. I mean, she's not a winger, and she's getting used like one. It's a bit of a shame. But she isn't a 15-goal-a-season striker. She's not. I think she's better in narrow spaces, but she's not a winger. Not at all. And how you could play a striker in the winger role over Adriana Leon is like, it's confusing. Garcia, do you think Skinner sees her as an impact player? Potentially. I don't know what runs through his mind, if you want me to be honest. Daffodils and daisies running around his mind, that's for sure. Daffodils, daisies, all sorts. I don't know what runs through that man's mind. Zellum, Garcia, Turner. Place your bets. William will be coming next. That's cracking that. I think to be honest, Rachel Williams will probably come on next. To be honest, it wouldn't surprise me if Rachel Williams come on, she scored. That would not surprise me. If I was Leon, I'd be asking for my release. Good evening, Ashley. I hope you are well. Thank you for coming into the chat. I would say Lifree over Ugarte. That sounds like a yogurt commercial. Yes, who scored? Your girlfriend Katie Zellema scored, and Lucia Garcia scored the second. What is that? Why are we doing torches? Like, do you know, like one of them? Like, why are we doing that at a football game? It's not. it is not it's not a band. It's not a band. We're not at the AO Arena watching like Liam Gallagher. We're literally at Old Trafford watching a football game, and they're doing that like they're at a concert. Like, seriously. Shot by Elatoon. Gone for a goal kick for Arnold.
Are you wearing that tracksuit?
Maisy, just be happy, sweet Caroline again. Sweet Caroline. Oh, football fans are strange creatures. It's not football fans though. It's literally Woso fans. It's not even Woso fans. It's fans who watched the Lionesses, right, during the Euros and decided I want to watch women's football. That's what it is. People are bored. True. Lol, Liam Gallagher. It's true. Look, you're not going to put your torch on like you're at a concert. It's as simple as that. Like, I've seen it with Liam Gallagher and Noel Gallagher and watching whoever I watch at the AO Arena. Like, you don't... It's just ridiculous. And just little things like that is really embarrassing. I'm sorry, but it is very embarrassing. Now, I'm not going to be I wouldn't watch Adele in concert, rather. I'm just going to be honest, I wouldn't. It's a joke, and MUTV not showing the game. Probably because it's on Sky, but it's also on Sky One, so it is free to watch. You don't have to pay the extra for Sky Sports. At least they stopped thinking it's coming home for now. It's mostly Sweet Caroline the Lionesses sing, to be honest. The Lioness fans sing. Thomas. Honor. Lad. Letitia. Thomas. Tissy, pass back to Mary Earps. Millie Turner. Russo kept the ball for us. Gone to West Ham. West Ham on the attack. Good defending there by Letitia, and it's going to be a throw-in. Swinging torches, swinging fists. Adele, lol. Is that bad? Our boy EK says she makes depressing music. EK knows music. I'd love to know who EK actually likes in terms of music, though. Izzy Atkinson on. Not bad. I rate her. Could be worse. It could be Madonna touch like the very first time like a virgin. Maisy, do you think our women's team will win the league? Nah, I don't think we'll win the league, actually. We've dropped too many points now. Second, third, I'd probably say we'll finish, and I think that's where we was hoping for. Do you think we can get Matty Leon? To be honest, I don't. Like, this is very controversial, but I don't rate her. Like, she's got a great passing accuracy, don't get me wrong, one of the best in the world, but she could be very, very sloppy when she's put under pressure, and she's not good on her one-on-ones. I don't think, like, she's in a great Barcelona team. I don't think she's any better than Letitia and Mannion and Tukara. I know that's very controversial. EK has sent some bangers in the group. I'll have to have a look. Like, what you listening to, EK? I'm gonna ask him as well. What's he like to watch or listen to? I'm gonna ask EK later. Maze is always the number one banger. I saw Spurs women playing fossil football just like the men's. If anything, the women's are worse than the men's. Would you believe? West Ham possession. We've done much better compared to the first half. A lot more shots on target, more total shots. Got our 2 goals. So, hey there, Indian Scouser. Hope you're well. Thanks for coming in. Don't know if you watched the Liverpool women yesterday, but it's a shame you didn't win. Turner,
It's got purple on it. America.
Mary Earps.
Love it, Fred.
Give that ball there away. It's going to be a throw-in, though, for Man United.
Yeah.
Dickinson.
Yeah.
And that I'm always red.
Yeah. Ellen Flanagan and that Carol Wilder.
Did she?
The Ash Stingy Bash and
EK makes me laugh. He said he got the ghetto of Liverpool to join the team. I'll let them know you've said hi, Vincent.
15 minutes. Right.
getting on the lick.
What is?
Everyone's saying hello to you.
Oh dear, no.
Probably. Vincent and Rita said hi to you. And asked what you got for Mother's Day. Did you get something nice? Which, yeah, she got something nice. She said as well, hello to everybody as well. I see Southgate complaining about Rashford withdrawing from the England team. Absolute muppet. Turner. Garcia. Lundell. West Ham picked up. Ashley and Ravi said hi to you now as well. And Niall said hi to you as well. She says hello back to everybody. West Ham's going to be making 2 more substitutes by the looks of it. Indian Scouse has bigged you up as well. Big up the family. And you've got another hi as well. Yeah, she's very happy. Your mum is trending on the chat. Yeah, she is. She's the centre of the chat tonight. She says hi to everybody as well. Oh no. Oh. Mary Earps. Turner. Where is a pretty decent footballer? Yeah, I actually don't mind Caroline Ware. She's doing very well as well at Real Madrid at the moment. Martha Thomas. Ooh, Toon. Oh. Hello, is that Maisy's what you're looking for? In terms of what? I'm confused at this chat now. Oh, is this about Richer? Lionel Richer. Actually, tell your mum she must stay as young as she is. She looks very young, that's for sure. She looks very young. Caroline Ware is doing very well for herself. Her and Kim Little are good Scotland women players. You got Martha Thomas as well, who's a Scotland international. And she's playing at the moment. It's based on the Richie song When I Died with the lyric. 3 substitutes now for West Ham. Andrew's bestie Sissoko's coming off. Thoughts on Man United women's players' performance international so far? Sabitzer scored, which is it was a cracking goal. McTominay got 2 goals. Casemiro's the captain, which is great. I haven't really watched much international football, to be honest. Nothing new, is it? But I'm kind of glad as well that Luke Shaw has been sent off, just because it just allows him more respite, to be honest. So Maisy defo got the mother's genes from rather. 0 shots on target. Yeah, been absolutely shocking. She could have done a lot better, but I think for me with Toon, I think she's more changing her role into more of a creative role than a goal scorer, because the first half of last season she was a false 9 type of player. Alessia Russo is coming off now. She's coming off for, you may be right here. Is it Rachel Williams? Yes, it is! It is Rachel Williams! Rachel Williams is coming on. And Millie Turner is coming off for Mannion. Actually, that was actually a good substitute for Millie Turner coming off. Official football rule change from July 1st. Changes will prevent goalkeepers from taunting during penalties. I think that's good, to be honest. Did Man United sign Martha Thomas like from Rangers? No, she got signed from West Ham a couple of seasons ago. Toon equals Sancho. You don't know which version you're getting. Did you put Maguire on the transfer list? I'd put Maguire on the transfer list any day of the week. I called it. You absolutely did call it. To be honest, though, like I said at the start of the stream, is if we stay at 0-0, we're going to be putting Martha Thomas on and Rachel Williams. So both of them came on. But to be honest, I don't think Russo's been very good. And I think for me, with how physical West Ham is, I'm not too fussed about Rachel Williams coming on. But you did definitely call it. Are we back at the top now? Good question. Second. No, we're first. We're first on 1 point. We just need to hope that Chelsea lose. But then if Chelsea lose, City goes second. So it's not good. Big up 25 people watching. Fantastic, everybody. Thanks for the 25 people watching so far. Thank you very much. Smash that like button. She is popular today. She's getting the phone calls as well as all the highs. Kong Sun Chan, hey there. Hope you are well. Based off the crowd at Old Trafford, there should be more games there. Absolutely, I agree. I said we should have played Liverpool at Old Trafford, but we've still got Man City at Old Trafford. We've still got Man City. We've still got the FA Cup, so fingers crossed. Arsenal is another one, yeah. West Ham hold possession. Honor. Toon. Thomas. Come on. Move it. Haley Ladd. That's it. Rachel Williams. Now, let's be honest, right? Like, Rachel Williams, she's not Man United quality, but she's such a sweet person. Honestly, she is absolutely adorable. Like, she is honestly a really, really lovely person. Hands down, she is really, really lovely. Like I know I didn't like her, but right now I don't have a bad word to say about her. So we've made 1, 2, 3. We made 4 substitutes, so we hopefully will see Jane, but I don't know. I don't know, to be honest. But I want to see Leona. It's a shame that Leona Borisa hasn't come on. It's shocking. Do you think Man United women's team will win a trophy this season? We've got a good chance of winning the FA Cup. We're in the semi-finals for that at the moment. I think it'll depend if we get Chelsea in the final. If we do, I think we'll lose. But if we get Aston Villa, I think it'll be a cracking game. I don't think we'll win the league, but do you think Villa will beat Chelsea next weekend? I'd like to hope they do. It'd be a good if they do. Boviso? Oh, no. Why did I say Boviso? Oh, 3-0. Hayley Ladd. Honour as well with the assist for Hayley Ladd. 3-0. Get in. Oh, I do love Hayley Ladd. I hope she does extend the contract. Ladd. And that was on the 85th minute. Yeah, 3-0 now, Man United. Hayley Ladd. So, have a look again. Pressed. Got it forward. Lucia Garcia. Then she passed it to Honour. Honour put it in there to Hayley Ladd. So that's Honour again with another assist. 8 assists of the WSL season. In all competitions, is on 13 assists. So fantastic player, Honour, and that's one of the main reasons why we need to play keeper. Who's the best keeper of the Women's League this season? Mary Earps by a mile. Mary Earps. Ladd, 3-0 fair play. Who do Chelsea play? They've got City tomorrow. Would you take the FA Cup or the Europa League? If I was going to choose one, I would choose the Europa League just because it's a European trophy. And I've always said after the Premier League, it's always Champions League or a European Cup. But I do love the FA Cup because it is a very beautiful trophy to have. It's just the history there. But for me, I'd have to pick the Europa just based off it being a European trophy. But I know a lot of people may say different. Ladd is one of them players you notice her quality is missing when she doesn't play. Absolutely spot on. And the thing is, last season, because we was playing Jackie Groningen in the second half of last season, we didn't have no DM, and you could tell that Hayley Ladd was very missed. Honour, Zellum, Laetitia, Mannion. Who has been the signing for the season? For the men's, I'd have to say Casemiro, with Martinez slowly followed. For the women, I'd have to go for May Laetitia. For once, I'm happy I didn't attend the match. It'll be boring like hell. Do you go to a lot of the matches then, I'm guessing? I do have a season ticket, but I was poorly last month, so I've stopped going just because I just think it's better for until it gets warmer for me to not go, and I thought I'd do watch-alongs. I'm happy to do watch-alongs and to talk to people as well, so. Reese, remember, I bigged up Laetitia before she come. Remember that? And I was like, she's going to be quality at Man United. But I don't think she'd play every game. I'm shocked Skinner actually done that. Honour. Ooh. She wanted to get to Lucia there. Honour is our player of the season. I think that is a very good shout because I'd have to. You know what? Yeah. I'd have to. It'd either. Oh. She's going to get a yellow here. Yeah, I'd have to go for Honour or Golden for me. Hopefully you become the women's Man United version of United Stand. Honestly, I'd absolutely love that, but who knows? Maybe one day, but I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Mays knows players from early, trust me. I know I said it. Hope Maya becomes a CDM besides the Ladd. And that's what Serena said, that Laetitia could play in the DM role. would you sign Paulinho from Fulham? Absolutely. I love Paulinho. I loved him at Sporting. Fulham got a bargain for him. Honestly, he got an absolute bargain and a half. Yes. I got you saying it. I got you saying it. Good save there by Mary. Quality from Mary Earps. Maya is great. Needs an aggressive partner at centre back though. That's why I think Manuel Tukara needs to be beside Maya, because Maya is a very progressive centre back, whereas we need an aggressive one, and Manuel's aggressive and physical, and so's Tukara. So I would have one of them two. But based off current, good save there by Earps again. But based off who's fully fit right now, I'd have to say Manuel. Maisy's better than the Man United stand. Thank you very, very much for that. Maze, I know I said thank you so much as well, rather. I'm saying it for you. Well, buzzing now. Would you sell Martial, McTominay or Fred? I'd sell both Martial and McTominay. Keep Fred for bench warmer. I quite like Fred. I think he was overhated. And McTominay was overloved. Garcia. Mannion. Garcia. 4 minutes of injury time yet to go. Honor. Blundell. Oh, come on. That's it. Get the ball, Rachel. That's it. You know what you're doing, love. Thomas. Ooh. Yes! Garcia again. 4-0 Man United. Lucia Garcia with a brace. So in 2 games, she scored 3 goals against West Ham. Quality. Lucia Garcia. So that's that. There you go. 4-0. The second half was definitely miles better than the first, that's for sure. The first half, I was close to poking my eyeballs out, but the second half, we've been absolutely brilliant. Great substitute option by Lucia Garcia and a great bit of play there. She managed to catch out the keeper when she was down. So fantastic there by Lucia Garcia. Right place, right time, good chip into the box. Stuff you'd like to see. And that's her 5th WSL goal of the season. Maze, for you, would you keep Weghorst? It's a tough one. It is a tough one. I did say yes, but he's still not the answer at the end of the day. But I'd take him as a bench option if we got rid of Martial. But 4-0, what early subs can do. Yeah, Skinner uses noggin for once. I would sign Sabitzer. Yeah, me too. I'd play him more as well and put him on free kicks. Cross into the box by West Ham. And that went into the moon. Come on, the lasses. Show the senior lads how to win a title. Really hope that we do win the title. I'd love it if we did. I'd really love if we did. Is it Skinner time or Fergie time goal? It's always going to be Fergie time goal, Ashley. We played against Arsenal and won 3-2. And we called it Ella Toon. We scored. I think it was Russo who scored, and Ella Toon still called it Fergie time. It's always going to be Fergie time, no matter what. Chelsea's looking at bringing Bomata. That'd be a quality signing for Chelsea. That was poor. That was poor by West Ham. It was offside, but how did you not get that in the back of the net? Like, ow. Wow. Not that I'm going to be bothered, but that was poor. That was really poor. Ella Player of the Match from Sky Sports. Seriously, Sky Sports watching what I've watched. Like Ella got a cracking assist. Don't get me wrong. Nowhere near Player of the Match. Like, I'd have to give it Honor or Lucia Garcia. They're the ones who've been Player of the Match for me by a country mile. No, Ella 2's definitely not Player of the Match for me. I don't know what Sky Sports is watching. I don't know what they're seeing. Oh, I'm glad as well, Ashley. Absolutely love Ericsson. He's so good. Martha Thomas there to press Arnold. Arnold got it away. Would you get Gavi who's available on a free? If he actually does go on a free, I would take Gavi, to be fair. But it's full time now for Manchester United versus West Ham. Finished 4-0. So to go on to the game, I think the first half was absolutely shocking. We could have done a whole lot more better. Giving the ball away so sloppy. But I think for me, the substitutes made a massive impact. I think Garcia was absolutely brilliant. The link-up play between her and Honor, it's something that you do need in these kind of games. Good to see Hayley Ladd on the score sheet as well. But yeah, I think the first half was poor. Second half was fantastic. So 4 goals, you can't really complain at that. I know they said about the title. We're still technically in the title race. I don't think we'll do it. But let's look at the table. And then we'll look at the score lines. Let the ratings commence. And hey there, Jordan. I hope you are well. Thanks for coming in. Typical, give it to because she's a lioness. So let's put it in the live of who people think is player of the match. So we'll put it in. Let's see. Let's put Lad in it. So I'll put it in. 4 different options. If you agree with none of them, just put what you're thinking. 9 out of 10 Zellum. Zellum to get the highest rating. You know what? Let's do it. Let's look at the ratings first then. I know you're all eager beavers to see the ratings. See if they're on. Maisy is woman of the match. Thank you, Ashley. So let's look at these ratings. Let's look at how much of a fix they are. Okay. Mary Earps has got a 7.4. Let's move myself. Put myself back where I was. Mary Earps 7.4. Blundell 8.1. Turner 7.9. Letitia 7.4. Honor got an 8.8. Player of the match according to the app. Zellum got an 8.8. Seriously, what is this app watching? The same rating as Honor. Like, Lads on an 8. Galton 7.2. Toon 7.9. Paris 6.3. Russo 7.5. To be honest, I do think that it's a bit harsh giving Paris a 6.3, but she was pretty poor. Zellum, seriously, how's Zellum an 8.8? I've never. Toon shouldn't have got what she got. I think she would have been lower if she didn't get a rating. If she didn't get an assist. I don't think Russo deserved a 7.5 either. She missed some clear chances. And I don't think Turner deserved a 7.9 either. Apart from that, I'd probably say they're pretty fair. Away from the win, some players didn't step up. The substitutes were good, except Thomas. I completely agree with that. Completely agree. The substitutes were the difference. Who come up with these? I only trust one football rating. They are brutally honest. You know what? I'm going to do my own ratings on Monday. I know Garcia scored, but Lad for me, done well. She always improves your team. Absolutely, rather. And then West Ham, they didn't really get good ratings, but Aosu Soko got a 6.3. Like, she should be well lower than that. But looking at the substitute ratings, Mannion didn't get rated for some reason, even though she come out at the same time as Rachel Williams. But Garcia got an 8.6, Thomas got a 6.4, Rachel Williams got a 6. I think Garcia should have got the same rating as Honor, if you want me to be fairly honest. But they're the ratings. Shocking ratings for some players. But the WSL table, the fight still remains on. We're in first place, 38 points. Great goal difference compared to last season. We got a goal difference best in the league of 33 as well. The thing what we probably need to be hoping for is a draw for City versus Chelsea. But I do think Chelsea will probably win that game. If they do draw, we still remain in first place based off goal difference. Arsenal have got the third place spot on goal difference as well. City's goal difference is brilliant. Aston Villa, they've still got yet to play tomorrow. They've got versus Leicester, so they should be building the goal difference there. City's got Chelsea, as we've already touched on. Reading versus Brighton as well, bottom of the table clash. So there's the stats for the game. We've got 12 shots compared to West Ham's 8 shots, 7 shots on target compared to West Ham's 4, 68% possession for Man United compared to West Ham's 32% possession. So dominating stats. But you won't think based off the actual score that it was a very poor first half. But Honor is amazing. Look at that. Completely agree. Early subs and subs at a proper time always help. That's why I don't trust these computer-generated ratings. So I'll wrap it up here. Thank you, everyone who's watched. Seeing some new people in the chat as well today, so I really appreciate you coming in. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Had a new member as well today, so thank you as well for joining up in the membership. I really, really appreciate the support. And that's really kind of you to say as well. Perhaps we'll hear your voice on TalkSport as well. I don't know how I'd be with TalkSport, I must be honest. Some very bad, let's just say, opinions on certain people. But I'd love one day to be big in terms of what I'm doing. I do love doing football. I love talking football. There's nothing that I do love more than to do that. So hopefully maybe one day I do get to that point of seeing that. But I did put a poll into the community tab. So I'll show you the poll. So if you haven't already, go and check it out. So the poll here is for a watch along for tomorrow. Either England versus Ukraine, Aston Villa women versus Leicester women, or no watch along. So far, England versus Ukraine is winning. But if you haven't voted, do the vote. We do have a few votes so far already. I'll check on my phone how many votes there is. So far we have got 22 votes. So if you haven't voted already and you want me to do a watch along or no watch along, do put the votes in. But enjoy the rest of your weekend. Great, another win for Man United, top of the league. That's all we can ask for. Maybe I might see you tomorrow if I get the highest. If I get a vote for the watch along. But thank you all for all the support and take care. Bye bye.